Wow, that was great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. I'm happy to see you too. And what's new in your life?
I maybe mentioned already, I just published my book. I'm very excited about it.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit more about your book?
Look, it's not a fiction. It's a book for helping people how to stay younger longer. Like, nowadays people expect to live not up to 60. It's many people live easily up to 80, 90, even 100 years old. So how to live this space of life? It's a big chunk of life between 60 and 90.
So your book is about basically longevity, and it's for the old people, as I understand.
I would say rather it's for people 35 plus, 40, 50, because when you're already really old, like you 80, you 70, or even 90, it's a bit too late. It's not too late, it's never too late, but you have to be prepared, like anything in life. If you have your plan, how you're going into your later years, how you're going to live your life, what's your priorities, what your goals, how you perceive this your own age. It's very important, your mindset, how you see yourself getting older but staying happy, staying young at heart.
So is your book about healthy lifestyle, healthy nutrition, exercises? If you can tell us what is the difference, because we see so many of these subjects discussed now, it's something new in your book that we can discover?
Definitely, it is about lifestyle and everything which goes with a lifestyle. But the main difference, I believe, in my book, as a psychologist, as a neuro-linguist, unless you see the clear picture of anything what you do in life, unless you set your mind properly on what you want to achieve, other things secondary. It's very important.
So the first thing is always your mindset. Does it mean that you just sound like a scientist? Is your book based on your previous research? Have you been involved into that before?
Absolutely right. My background, I tell you briefly, because it's not about me, it's about people, about my book, but just briefly, just some of my credentials. I have a degree in human biology. I have a lot of studies of different disciplines, and the last my passion, I would say, is NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And programming means you program your mind. Look, we have a computer, you program your computer. If you're not happy, you remove certain files. If you're not happy, you clean your computer. You do exactly the same with your brain, with your mind. Because knowledge is in abundance. We live in the world, you have a lot of knowledge, information, you name it, you can find it. But what you do with this knowledge, how you apply this knowledge, that is my main purpose of my book.
And what was your main decision? Because I understand you've done some research and you have the foundation for this. But say if you talk with someone, it's one thing, but to come up with an idea to publishing a book, it's a really big step. How did you?
It is. It's kind of summarizing, maybe to say a bit maybe how to formulate this better. It's like a summary of what I've done through my life as a scientist, as a health practitioner, as a positive psychologist. It's a summary of everything. And I created a system. You see the name of a title of my book, the LUKIN longevity system. System is very important because systematic approach allows you to set certain goals, to set how you're going to achieve them, to set things, not just chaotically. You go into structure. Actually, what I presented in my book is 3 different systems. First system called system of belief, and that is absolutely crucial. Like, you know, we have a lot of beliefs, especially limiting beliefs, which prevent us from living how we want to live. Say the common ones: you are not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough. It stops you from doing things. You have to remove it. You have to put the new one, and it's possible. There are certain techniques how to do it.
So it's more like the auto training, or it's a new system that you developed?
Yeah, it's more like auto training, even like some ancient techniques, even like this ancient Indian technique called samadhi. The book is based on, actually it's called the LUKIN.jpg system, but it's based on 3 systems. One is system of beliefs, which is very important, the first one, because unless you sort it out what you believe in, what is the best way to think about your future, especially when you're aging in a good way, in positive way, in a happy way, you can aging. So you need to work on your own brain. And when you sort it out, you see you have so many limiting beliefs that not allowed you to move forward. The most common one is like, I'm not good enough, so I don't do it. It's not allowed, or people will laugh at me, or I'm not allowed, I'm getting old, I'm not allowed to wear mini skirt, for example. It's all limiting belief. You have to check them out, but you need to know how to do it. There are many techniques. I use the techniques from neuro-linguistic programming, but in the past, in ancient studies and in ancient books, ancient methods, we find it around the world. As I want to mention it, just one of them I read recently, I really like it. It's an Indian system called samadhi. Samadhi means similar to neuro-linguistic programming, how you work with your mind, how you prepare your mind, how you make your mind be calm and think properly without interruptions.
Natasha, that's interesting. I think you mentioned a little bit about the structure. You touched this subject, but can you please tell us more how the book is structured?
Okay, so this book structured in 4 parts. The first part, which I just talked about, the system of beliefs. Then there is a system of goals. It's also very important, because to set up the goal, people often think, oh, I have a goal. But if you ask in details, they couldn't explain properly. It's mostly like a dream. They think, oh yes, I have a goal. What's the goal? How are you going to achieve it? What is the time frame? What would you use to achieve your goal? It's a very big part of it. A lot of excuses. Excuses means nothing. You know, you oriented to your result, you have a goal, you get the result. Whatever you're trying to use as an excuse, it means nothing. And I teach you how to achieve your goal. Next one is the system of action. So it follows the goals, how to act. And very important part is about procrastination. Everybody is guilty in it. Everybody postpones things, procrastinate, thinking, oh mama, I don't want to do it today, I do it maybe tomorrow, I bet I do it in 2 days later.
How familiar.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a very important thing. Again, I have some suggestions how to overcome it. Then I put a little chapter about home remedies, because it's important, and in my point of view, we use too much of conventional medicine, too much of tablets, too much of medications, while we have herbs, we have other substances, we have ways how to fix many conditions.
Natasha, should we consider this book as a self-help or like a guidance, or it's just a number of ideas you wrote for people to follow.
I understand, yeah. I understand
know what
your
I mean.
question. Yeah, I try to do it more or less like a self-help, and my subtitle is a guide for staying younger longer, the guide. So I give a lot of practical suggestions, sometimes even in point forms, like do this, do this, do this, do this, if you want to achieve certain result.
Another interesting thing, just we'll go away from your book. I'm just interested because we touched such a sensitive subject. To look younger, not age. It sounds like a very fashionable topic to speak about. Can you comment on this? Was it like in your mind when you were writing this book?
I can comment on it a lot because anti-aging is an industry, very lucrative industry, very commercialized, millions of advertising on all the creams, all the looking after your skin, which is good in many ways, but it's much, much over the top. But imagine you see someone on the street, a woman walking. You don't look at the skin, especially from the distance. You see how she walks, her posture, her head, her neck. If she shuffle and kind of hunching, whatever cream you put on her face, she wouldn't look younger. And eyes, very important. Number one on your face, you see the people's eyes. If their eyes are dull and sad and not...
there is no life in...
Yeah, no life in your eyes. Again, you can have a very smooth skin and you're still not looking young.
So I understand it's more like a holistic approach to the person. It's not about the parts of your body that look younger, the skin on your hands, the skin on your face, but your whole energy should radiate life, radiate health, radiate longevity.
Yeah.
This is my understanding.
Yeah, you're talking like if you already read my book.
I haven't.
I hope you will.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, you're looking forward. I just received a fresh printing. Yes, you're absolutely right. Younger to me, younger eyes, looking younger, open smile. Not, you know, when they do certain cosmetic procedures, I have a term, frog mouth. They cannot smile properly. They look like frogs, even with a nice skin. So it's a very complex issue. It would be very easy if you just slap some cream on your face and I'm looking young. No, it doesn't work this way.
This,
no.
certainly not.
Smile first. Happy eyes, radiating interest to life, interest to people whom you're talking. This is how you see first the person young inside, at least. And
Absolutely.
then outside, of course, it's good to have a smooth skin.
Natasha, do the readers of your book need to do some preparation prior to start reading the book? Any background they need to have, or it's okay to go on its own?
No, I'm perfectly okay I believe to everybody what kind of preparation you're talking about. If preparation, I mean mentally, if people interested in something and people start thinking about their future, how they go through this, that kind of preparation would be good. You know, and then they read the book and they find the hopefully useful, helpful advice and they can follow it. That's what I want.
Right. Apart from the book, do you do also live consultations, like person to person?
Yes,
face to
I
face?
do. I do, like life coach, NLP life coach. And but again, to consult people, you have to be kind of a choosy, because if people are not ready, they need to want a change in their life. If person come to me and said, I have a problem but I want to change, then hopefully I can help. If some people, they kind of interested but they're not ready to change, then it would be useless.
So Natasha, where we can actually buy your book from?
Did you see my book? This is how it looks. And this is the back side and my picture. Yeah, the book is now available on Amazon, amazon.com and amazon.com.au on both. And it's two versions of it, either Kindle, which costs a bit less than $5, and it comes right away online, and you can see it on any device. It does matter it's Kindle, but you can see it on your iPad, on your computer, on your mobile, or you can buy a paperback as well on Amazon, and soon it will be available in bookshops, but not yet.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I'm happy to present you with my book.
Thank you. Very grateful to All Star TV for having us today. Natasha, a little bit more to elaborate on the contents of your book. You've mentioned there are some chapters that are devoted to home remedies. Are there some special herbs or substances or teas? What do you describe in the book?
Okay, I'm happy you asked me this question, because home remedies, I think, very important part, and everybody can use them before they go to the doctor or before they use medications. Let's start from very simple things like how you pronounce bicarbonate of soda. Soda is a majestic mineral. You can use soda internally, externally to treat many things. Salt, usual table salt, you can also use it as a medicine. You can do compresses with salt. Then we go iodine or betadine, also a lot of application. And then goes herbs, so many herbs. Say nettle, you know nettles? Stinging, yucky kind of nettle. It's called eternal use plant, because tea with nettle is fantastic for all the systems, rejuvenate your system. And so on and so on, so on. And if I start talking, we never finish.
Thank you. Natasha, probably one of my last questions. What is like a general advice you can give to the people on their lifestyle? Everyone, like of all ages.
General advice. General advice, keep living. Don't forget you live. You're not sitting waiting for something to happen. You're not sitting waiting you're getting old. You live every day. You know, there is a book, The Art of Living Now. I'm completely supported. You live now, you live to the full.
Thank you very much.